You're welcome to today's episode of The Human Angle, the period where we say season greetings is gradually drawing near. I know it doesn't feel like the happy season is here yet, and it may not feel like it, but it is definitely here in a few days. Therefore, today we will be discussing festive season budgeting from the ProShare Foundation. You would agree with me that it has been a trying year for everyone, and everyone has had their share of challenges and downtimes. But let us do ourselves a favor and look at our glasses half full instead of half empty. There is always something to be grateful for. The season in itself can be discouraging for some people because of the additional expenses it brings. For some, the pressure to meet up with family needs and the obligation can be quite overwhelming, especially in times like this. And honestly, this is definitely not the time you want to impress anyone. The truth is, it is almost impossible to meet up with December expenses with just what you earn in the months of December. And with the way this year has been, with many people having to use up their savings, it would be wise to drastically reduce expenses too, in order to commensurate with what you have earned. Christmas is a season to be happy, and there is a need to enter into the new year with no burdens, especially financial burdens. And therefore, we need to spend within our means during this season to avoid stepping into 2021 swimming in the deep waters of debt. And in staying out of debt and spending within your means during this season, there are a couple of things you might want to consider. And the first is, for parents who fall into the category of fees payments, you might want to focus on getting the school fees paid for 2021. A lot of schools have resumed, and we all know what that means. New Year comes with shopping for new things. And know that this expense is a need and not a want, and should be given adequate attention from this year before the new year unwraps itself. Make plans based on your budget. Please sit down and write a budget to guide you on how to spend this season and going forward, and then work on developing this as a habit. It would save you from a lot of heartaches. And learn to say no to anything that you cannot afford or is outrageously inconvenient. And do remember to get your kids involved in preparing them for the new school year. You could also find fun ways of reinventing the old to new look. It would definitely also help in teaching children the value of money. And secondly, even with a budget, be sure that you do not purchase things on credit. Spending in advance is a no-no, especially in this season, and sticking to the budget and buying what you need can afford now. Remember, the goal is to enter into 2021 debt-free. And thirdly, do not buy expensive gifts. Look for affordable alternatives or try your hand at making new homemade treats. 2020 is a different year. We can afford to do things differently. Also, do not go on a sales shopping spree, even with your 13th month salary. That is if it comes anyway. We all know sales does not necessarily mean we are saving. The truth is, we end up spending more by purchasing more, thinking we're having a bargain buys. Many people struggle when it comes to resisting a supposed good deal. And the solution is stop prowling Instagram and shopping malls. In fact, practice spending distance the same way we have had to practice social distancing. And while you may save 60% on a bag you do not really need, think about it. You will be saving 100% if you walk away. And finally, do not forget to start 2021 right. Determine what the year will look like for you in terms of expenses. Practice little changes over the holidays, as such changes can yield good savings for you and your family. There is no shortcut to being financially comfortable. It requires discipline and having a finer appreciation of the value of money. Remember to imbibe the culture of spend less and save more. And that will be all for today's edition of The Human Angle. You might want to share with us one or two things you have learned, or if you have questions or comments, kindly send a mail to programs@proshare.ng.com or at business@proshare.ng.com. We'll be glad to hear from you. And you can also visit our website on www.socio-economic.com to get more information on your personal finances and updates from our news stories and videos. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. Till next week, thank you for watching, and bye for now.